Okay, hello Yaladim, my friends. So it is almost the holiday of Shavuot, when Hashem gave us the Torah on Har Sinai. And of course, when Hashem gave us the Torah, the Jewish people were so excited to get the Torah. They said, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will listen to everything Hashem says. And let's go very quickly through the Aseret HaDibrot, the 10 Commandments, the Aseret HaDibros that are when Hashem gave us the Torah, that there's only one Hashem. Mora put the letter Hey to teach us the concept that Hashem said there's only one Hashem, and Hashem is always everywhere watching over us. And we can't have any idols. We daven only to Hashem. Here's a picture of our wonderful Jewish soldiers in the land of Israel, and they're davening to Hashem. And if you want to say Hashem's name, you must only say it if you're davening or if you're saying a bracha. We don't say Hashem's name for no reason. And of course, just like Hashem worked for 6 days and rested on the 7th, so too we keep Shabbat. And kabet et avicha ve'et imecha, respect your father and mother. And of course, to never hurt anybody with a gun, chas v'chalila, never to kill anyone, and to have wonderful Jewish marriages where a chatan marries a kala, and once the wife is married to her husband, another man can't come and say, oh, I want it to be my wife, right? So it's the laws of wonderful Jewish marriages, and we must never kidnap anyone, chas v'chalila. Never steal anyone and take them away from their daddy and mommy, God forbid. And to always tell the truth, that if a person goes to a law court, to make sure to tell the truth, we have to be very honest and to never look at what other people say, what other people have, and say, ooh, look at him. He's got such a wonderful house. I wish it was mine. Let me figure out how to get it. Or look at him. He's got such a wonderful wife. I'm going to figure a way of how to take her. So, those are the Aseret HaDibrot. So, children, remember, I taught you that the fourth one is the mitzvah of keeping Shabbat holy. Today's story is all about a man who loved keeping Shabbat. Hello, Yaladim. My name is Yosef Makir Shabbat. I love to make Shabbat very special and to show that just like Hashem worked for 6 days and rested on the 7th, I show that I know Hashem created the whole world. I too work for 6 days, and on the 7th day, I celebrate Shabbat. And I'm very careful to make Shabbat so special. So, children, you know what? Let's look at how Hashem made the world in 6 days before I tell you my story. So on the first day, Hashem created day and night. It was dark, and then Hashem made the light. And on the second day, Hashem created the sky and the sea. There was water everywhere, and Hashem separated it. And the water above he called the sky, the rakia, and the water below the sea. My story that I'm going to tell you today has a part of the sea in it. You're going to see how there is a sea in my story. And on the third day, Hashem pushed away the water and he created land and trees and grass and fruits and vegetables. On the fourth day, the sun, moon, and stars. On the fifth day, the fish and the birds and the insects and all the creepy crawlies. And you know what? My story has a fish in it. A big fish. Wait and you'll hear it. And on the sixth day, Hashem created all the animals and all the people. 2 people, Adam, the daddy, and Chava, the mommy. And on the 7th day, Hashem rested. So, children, I'm going to tell you my story. I lived a long time ago in a lovely little house. Yosef's house, children, was a small little house. It wasn't big at all. But you know what? He was so kind, and he always invited people to his house. Next door, there was a very big house of a very, very rich man. But the rich man, he wasn't very nice at all. And he never liked anybody coming to his house. I'm the very rich man. I don't like anybody coming to my house. I don't like having people come over here. I want to keep everything for myself. Children, that's not very nice, right? Whatever we have, we should try to share with others. Baruch Hashem, if Hashem blessed us with something, we should try to share it. Like if you have a toy, you let your little brother or your sister share it and play with you. Everybody in their little village knew how nice Yosef was, that he always wanted to invite people, and that whatever he needed to buy for Shabbat, he always said, yes, if it's for Shabbat, I'm going to spend it. I'm going to give it. Hashem says, whatever you spend on Shabbat, Hashem pays you back. And children, even though Yosef wasn't very rich, whatever money he had, the few coins he had, he took to the marketplace, and he would always say, can you please give me the best of what you have? I want to buy it for Shabbat, lichvot Shabbat Kodesh. Oh, I love when Yosef comes to my store. He never grumbles and complains. He always buys from my store the best cakes or the best challahs for Shabbat, and he spends very happily. I always save the best for him because I know he'll give me nice money for it. Oh, me too. I'm the fisherman. I go out in my special raincoat so I don't get wet, and I have a special fishing net, and I go out to the sea in my ship, in my boat, and I go and I catch fish with my net. And whatever fish I get, I always save the biggest for Yosef because he always pays the best. Look, whatever fish I catch, I say, Yosef, I caught a fish. Do you want to buy the fish? And Yosef always said, oh, yes, please, Mr. Fisherman. Please save the best for me. I want to spend the best on Shabbat. Whatever you spend on Shabbat, Hashem is so happy, and Hashem always pays you back. And the same thing was when he'd go to the butcher and he would buy the chicken for Shabbat, for Shabbos. He'd buy the best chicken and he'd buy the best food, and everybody loved Yosef. And after he bought everything, he'd bring all the food home to his wife, and she was so nice. Mrs. Makir Shabbat, Yosef's wife, she'd say, oh, Baruch Hashem, you brought so much lovely food home. Yeah, I spent all my money on Shabbat, but I'm not worried. Baruch Hashem, Hashem loves it, and whatever you spend on Shabbat, Hashem pays you back. That's wonderful. Go and invite people to come join us. And Yosef Makir Shabbat and his lovely wife invited everyone to their little house. And all the poor people came, and they were so happy to come for Shabbat to Yosef's house. Oh, Yosef is the best. He always invites me to come, and he shares whatever he has with me. Oh, me too. I'm so grateful to Yosef. He's always so kind. He invites anyone who's hungry to his house. Yeah, he does the mitzvah of achlasat orchim. He's so nice. And they would all come, and Yosef's wife would serve the food. She'd bring the most delicious food. And then, by the Shabbat meal, they would all sing very loud songs to thank Hashem. Shalom Aleichem, and all loud songs. They would sing, yay, thank you Hashem. And the sound of the beautiful music of all the people singing would float right out their window. And you know who would hear it? The rich man. Ah, I'm in my big house. I can't believe that, Yosef. He invited all the poor people to my neighborhood. Ah, I don't like it. I don't like Yosef. I'm going to complain about him. I'm going to keep causing him problems. Sorry, his hat fell off. I'm going to go to the police. Say he's making lots of noise. I don't like that he's inviting all the guests over here. I'm not sharing anything with anyone ever. Mr. Policeman, Yosef's inviting poor people to my neighborhood. I don't like it. Oh, there's no law against inviting poor people to your house. Yeah, but I'm so rich and I live in such a big house. Can't you get Yosef into trouble? Put him in jail because he invited all the poor people to our neighborhood, to where I live, near my house. I can't do that. There's nothing wrong with inviting poor people. It's very nice of Yosef that he does that. Well, they keep singing and making a lot of noise. I don't like that either. Well, I'll come check. But you're allowed to sing in your house. I'm going to go check. And the policeman would come and he'd knock on Yosef's door. Oh, sorry to trouble you, Yosef Makir Shabbat. I know you're a very nice man, but your neighbor keeps complaining. He keeps complaining that you're making a lot of noise. Oh, sorry, officer. We were just singing songs for Shabbat. Oh, well, try to be a little bit more quiet if you can. That's all right. I'll close the windows so he won't hear. All right. Thank you, Yosef. No worries. Bye. I won't get you into any trouble. I know how nice you are. And children, even though the rich man kept trying every time to get Yosef into trouble, he never could. Yosef was a nice person. Yosef was kind and nice. One night, the rich man, I'm so tired. Take off my hat. I'm going to put on my pajamas. And I'm going to sleep. I'm so tired and I'm so angry that all night I could hear Yosef singing with his friends. I don't like all the poor people coming over here. And children, the rich man was making a mistake. The way you feel happy is not by having lots of things. You get happy when you share it with other people. But it was sad that the rich man didn't know that. And there, wearing my pajamas and my night hat, cap for going to sleep. Good. I'm going to sleep. Close my eyes. And he closed his eyes. And it's okay. He went to sleep. Oh my goodness. I had a dream. I dreamt that all of my money went to Yosef. That everything I own went to Yosef. Yosef Makir Shabbat. It was just a dream. I'll go back to sleep. Close my eyes. My hat almost fell off. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I had a dream again. And again I dreamt that all my money went to Yosef. How is this a dream? I'm going back to sleep. Again, I dreamt it 3 times in a row. I dreamt that Yosef Makir Shabbat got all my money. I'm going to go ask the stargazer, the man who looks at the stars and can tell the future. Now, the children, we don't do things like looking at stars and telling the future. Hashem takes care of us, not the stars, right? We don't believe in such things. But this man, he thought, he wasn't Jewish and he thought like that. And he said, I'm going to go to the stargazer and ask him what my dreams meant. I'm so worried. And he ran to find the stargazer in the middle of the night, wearing his pajamas. He ran out. And he ran, and he comes to the stargazer, and he says, Mr. Stargazer, Mr. Stargazer, I had a dream 3 times over. I saw that all my money went to Yosef. Oh, let me look through my telescope, and I'll tell you what that means. Let me look at my telescope. Ooh, and look and see up in the sky, in the stars. Ooh, let me look again. Ooh, oh, Mr. Rich Man, I see that. Yes, all your money is going to go to Yosef. What do you mean all my money going to Yosef? I don't want that to happen. Well, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I saw in the stars. Well, what should I do? Well, maybe if you carried all your money in your pocket with you, that way Yosef won't get any of it. Bye-bye. I'm tired. It's the middle of the night. Go home. And the rich man got very angry. And he says, I need to do something. Get out of my pajamas here. What should I do? I have a big house. What if Yosef gets my big house? I have lots of donkeys. Look, see all my donkeys. What if all my donkeys go to Yosef? People need donkeys because they need to ride on the donkeys. It's like cars today, children. What should I do? I also own a lot of goats. And see, people need goats because the goats give us nice milk sometimes and nice skins. I can't fit my goat in my pocket. I can't fit my donkey in my pocket. And I certainly can't fit my big beautiful house in my pocket. What should I do? I know. I have a brilliant idea. I'll sell everything and I'll get lots of money for all my things. But then it's going to be a lot of money jingling in my pocket and it's very heavy. I know what I'll do. I'll take all my money and with my money I'll buy 1 diamond. And this way I can carry the diamond with me wherever I go. And so, children, the rich man put on his hat and he went to the diamond merchant with his bag of money. Here it is. I have all my money. I'm going to go to the diamond merchant and ask him to sell me his biggest jewel. And off he goes to the place where the man who sells all the diamonds are and all the jewels. Oh, hello, Mr. Rich Man. I'm very happy you came. Thank you. Do you want to buy anything? Yes, I want to buy a jewel. Oh, sure. I'm going to get the keys to my big treasure chest. And I'm going to open the box. He comes and he opens the box. And he says, look, see, I have lots of gems. Which one would you like to buy? I have green ones, blue ones, yellow ones, rubies, and pearls, and all different kinds of things. Which one would you like to buy? Or maybe some silver? And the rich man said, no, those are all very nice. I want an extra big one. Look how much money I brought. I brought so much money. I want to buy your biggest gem. Your biggest jewel. Oh, wow. That is a lot of money. Oh, okay. Thank you. Maybe we could do that. Look what I have. I have a big, beautiful emerald. Would you like to buy this one? Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Oh, my hat keeps falling off my head. You know what? I'm going to tuck it very well. Oh, you know what's here? I'm going to buy your gem. And children, the rich man does in fact buy, he buys that big, beautiful jewel, the big diamond. And he thinks, 1 minute, it's so big. It's not fitting in my pocket. It's ripping a hole. Where should I put it? Oh, I know. In my hat. I'll put it inside my hat. This way no one will see it. And then he decides he's going to wear his hat on his head. But, oh, it was a very heavy diamond. It was very difficult to carry. But there he was. Oh, I'll pull my hat down really low so it doesn't fall. And he says, that is so heavy. It's making my head keep wobbling from side to side. Oh, what a heavy, heavy diamond on my head. I can't even see where I'm going properly. Hold on and keep moving. Oh, this diamond's giving me a bit of a headache. And children, as he was walking, he came to a bridge over a river. It was a little rickety old bridge. Oh, this bridge is very rickety. Better hold the railings on the side. And he stretched out his hands to to hold the railing. But as he did, a big wind came, children, and his hat, which was already not sitting so comfortably on his head, suddenly the hat went whoosh and flew off his head, children. And the hat flew right off the bridge where he was standing and flew and fell deep into the water below, and it went splash down to the bottom of the sea, down to the bottom of the river. Oh, my diamond! Oh, my money! Oh, my diamond! Oh no! I lost everything. But then at least Yosef Makir Shabbat isn't getting it either. Ha! And then he can't share it with anyone. Ha! He wasn't a very nice man, children. And he made a terrible mistake, like I told you. He should have realized that being happy comes from sharing with others, from being kind to others. But he didn't want to. And the hat with the diamond in it sunk deep, deep into the river. And of course, what's inside the water? What is there inside water? Maybe Esty, you can tell us. Lots and lots of, right. And there were lots of fish happily swimming back and forth. There was one particularly big fish. It was a very big fat fish. Oh, I like being in the river here. Esty can help me hold the river. Thank you, Esty. And the fish went, I'm hungry. What's there to eat today? And he looked in the river, and what does he see?
A diamond.
He sees, yes. Oh, that looks like a candy. Maybe a nice big candy. I'll open my mouth and eat it. Yum, yum. Oh. And he swallows the diamond. Oh, that didn't taste very good. Didn't taste like candy. All right, never mind. I'll keep looking. Now, the fish was inside the water at the bottom of the sea. But children, at the top of the sea, floating on top, was the ship, the boat, with the fish, right? Yeah, with the fishermen. And the fisherman said, oh, please, Hashem, help me to catch a nice big fish today. It's a Friday morning, and I want to catch a nice big fish for Shabbat, for all the Jewish people to buy a fish for Shabbat. And he put little breadcrumbs inside his net so that the fish will want to eat it. And splash, he threw his fishing net inside the sea. And children, the fish sees the fishing net with the breadcrumbs inside, and the fish thinks, oh, yum, I want to eat the breadcrumbs. And it goes right inside the fisherman's net. And without realizing it, children, the fish gets caught in the net. Ooh, I can feel I caught a nice big fish. Great, wonderful. Oh, I'm going to just fix the fishing net a little better here. There. And he said, oh, let's pull really hard. Everybody come help me. It's a really big fish. Heave, ho, pull, 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 whoosh. And they pulled the fishing net with the fish trapped inside out of the sea and onto the ship. Yay! Look what we caught. We caught the biggest fish. Oh, I know. Yosef Makir Shabbat will buy this one. I'm not selling it to anyone other than Yosef Makir Shabbat. He always pays the best and the most for food for Shabbat. Yay! And he ran to Yosef's house. Yay! Here's Yosef's house. And the fisherman ran straight to Yosef's house. And he said, wonderful. Yosef's going to want to buy this. I'm not selling it to anyone other than Yosef. And yay, I'm knocking on the door. Oh, I hope Yosef's home. And true enough, Yosef comes to the door. And he says, oh, hello, Mr. Fisherman. What do you have today? Did you catch a fish? And he says, yes, I did catch a fish. I caught the most ginormous fish. Oh, wonderful. We'll be able to feed so many poor people in the town with a very big fish. Let me see. And the fisherman was so proud. Here, Esti's going to help me hold the fish. You can come a little closer. And so you can come in. We don't mind seeing you. And he held up the fish. And he says, look, look. Do you like my fish? Oh, wow. It's wonderful. How much is it? Oh, well, this one is a lot of money because it's a very big fish. All right, let me go see what I have. I'll give you whatever money I have. And you know what, children? Yosef went and he took all the money he had. He said, whatever you spent for Shabbat, Hashem always pays you back. And even though he wasn't rich, children, he said, I know if I buy this fish, I'll be able to feed a lot of people with it. And we'll be honoring the Shabbat. And we'll be making Hashem happy. We'll be celebrating the Shabbat. And he goes and he brings all the money he has. And the fisherman was so happy. He said, oh, thank you, Yosef. Wonderful. You paid me a nice amount of money. Good, I'll take the money. And you can have the fish. And Yosef was so happy. He called his wife. And he said to her, my dear wife, can you please prepare the fish? And she said, of course, I'm going to clean the fish and clear the inside of the fish. And of course, when she opened the fish, children, do you know what was inside the fish?
The diamond.
Right? And when she opened up and looked inside the fish, she saw the diamond. And she said, wow, Yosef, look what Hashem sent us. A big, beautiful diamond inside the fish. And Yosef said, see, whatever you spend on Shabbat, Hashem always pays you back. Baruch Hashem. That's wonderful. I'll sell the diamond and now we can buy a very big house and invite lots and lots of people to come. And true enough, he went to the diamond merchant and he sold the diamond. And with the money, he bought the very big house that used to belong to the rich man. And he invited everyone to come. And all the poor people were so happy. And they said, wow, Yosef is so wonderful. He always invites and shares. And Yosef said, Baruch Hashem, see, when you keep the Shabbat holy, when you celebrate and keep the Shabbat special, Hashem always takes care of you. And whatever you spend on Shabbat, Hashem pays you back. And especially when we share it with others, especially when whatever we have, we give others. Oh, thank you, Yosef. Mwah. Children, tomorrow night it is Shabbat. So Be'ezrat Hashem will all celebrate Shabbat Kodesh. Be'ezrat Hashem with our families, and Hashem watch over everybody. Keep everybody healthy and well. Thanks for listening, children.